Hey everybody, I'm James. I'm one of the interpreters of the Old Barracks Museum, and today I'm going to be talking about a question we received recently, and it's concerning those who were not exactly for the revolution. The question basically asks us, were there colonies or colonists that were essentially against the War of Independence? And they very much were. There were a very large number of colonial Americans who still felt very strongly connected to the British Empire and did not want to break away and fight for American independence. We know those people today as Loyalists. Now, when it comes to Loyalists, though, in New Jersey, there are even more so probably in this state alone than anywhere else throughout the 13 colonies. And granted, there were plenty throughout the rest of the 13 colonies, but here in New Jersey especially, it's a very loyal state at the time, which makes it very hard for the colonial delegates from New Jersey to go to Philadelphia and break away from Britain and sign the Declaration of Independence. So it's a very large center of contention, not just because it's smack dab between Philadelphia and New York, hence why it's called the crossroads of the Revolution, but it's also one of the most heavily fought through states during the war, not just by the main two armies that are going at it once back and forth throughout the colony, but especially from people in the colonies who decide that they are not going to let their loyalist or patriot neighbors sit idly by. So New Jersey becomes a very big hotbed for almost like a civil war going on in the state, where you will very much see militias coming from one part of the state to another, and they will raid and attack their own neighbors in a sense. So it's a very bloody and very sort of grim part of New Jersey history. But it was something that did happen. Now, when the war does finally come to a close in 1783, the better part of the Loyalists from every colony are forced to actually leave the newly minted United States of America. So many people, if they did not decide to become loyal to the United States, actually were forced to pack up and leave. And so you'll see many Loyalist families leaving their longtime homes, and they'll go up to Canada and migrate there, or they'll be forced to leave the colonies altogether in North America altogether and go back to Great Britain, where their ancestors may have been, or other parts of the British Empire as well. So it's not exactly a happy story, to say the least, about Loyalist Americans in the colonies. But it is a very necessary part of the story of the Revolution. I think it really should be talked more about. But either way, thank you so much for asking us these questions, and I'm happy to say we can keep history alive because of it.